Tonight, an 8 on your side investigation. Storefronts for sex. Kennedy Boulevard is either the healthiest street in Tampa or the sleaziest. You can find more so-called health spas along that stretch of road than anywhere else in the city. But police say what's going on behind the closed doors time and time again is prostitution and not therapy.
Mark Douglas has been investigating this problem for more than a year. He joins us now with a closer look at what's going on inside these parlors.
Well, Keith and Jen, it all started when we received this anonymous letter alleging in great detail what goes on behind the doors of some of those Kennedy Boulevard spas, So when we started digging, we uncovered evidence that prostitution is thriving despite City of Tampa laws and police enforcement.
Why you just start?
It looks like a lot of security cameras here.
The spas we investigated on Kennedy Boulevard have surveillance cameras guarding every outside door.
This is a system here.
And massage customers who wanted no part of us. We saw 7 private massage rooms inside this spa and a surprise hiding behind door number 8.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
That's just one of the Kennedy Boulevard spas this undercover Tampa police detective has investigated for what he calls organized prostitution. Records show street cops have questioned the staff here 60 times in 5 years.
Why doesn't the City of Tampa just shut these places down if you know there's prostitution going on there?
So we work to try to close them down.
But making a case is tricky business.
We're not the typical John. We can't go in there and get naked.
We visited 4 spas with histories of prostitution investigations that resulted in a grand total of just 2 arrests in 5 years. This masseuse swore her business is legit.
Yeah, just massage only.
Just massage only?
Yes.
Well, then why are you wearing lingerie?
The undercover detective tells me that's the standard uniform.
Skin type dress or mini skirt.
Prostitution or not, it's illegal for massage workers to live in spas. But this sure looked like a bedroom to us.
What's your name?
I don't want to interview.
It looks like you live in here.
No, not here. It's next building.
The Tampa City Council began cracking down on sketchy massage parlors 5 years ago, but never followed through.
Who dropped the ball on this?
Well, what happened, if you saw in the research, we waited to find out what the legislature was going to do about human trafficking specifically.
Councilman Mike Suarez now admits that was a mistake.
We have not followed up on it, and that is our fault on council and my fault specifically.
Guido Maniscalco wasn't on the council 5 years ago, but he is now.
This is out of control.
And he's appalled by the video we showed him.
Your investigation is showing us what's going on behind the scenes. Why is that woman wearing lingerie? Why is she not in scrubs?
Based on what we uncovered, Maniscalco has put prostitution on Kennedy Boulevard back on the city agenda. He's calling for a report to City Council by Tampa Police later this month.
Now, this is an opportunity to remedy something that's very, very wrong here in the city.
Tampa police tell me they try to make racketeering cases or cite them as nuisance businesses, but suspects vanish. Businesses change hands, and the spa owners always seem a few steps ahead of the game. And as of today, we counted 10 of these places just on Kennedy Boulevard and even more on nearby Dale Mabry.
Well, Councilman Mike Suarez admitting there's a problem there, yes. but it also sounds like Tampa's a long way from putting the brakes on this sort of business.
Yes, they are. You know, they're trying the best they can. I think they need to change in tactics. Perhaps this meeting that's coming up with the City Council on May 18th, they'll come up with some new ideas and get back at it. They were really after this about 4 or 5 years ago, and then it just disappeared.
But 10 stores on Kennedy, wow.
Just on Kennedy.
All right,
Yep.
Thank you, Mark. Police say these investigations are complaint-driven, so if you have one, call it in. For more on this story, including a map of locations and a slideshow inside one of the spas, you can head over to WFLA.com.
By the time former Police Chief Jane Castor showed up at this massage parlor raid on Henderson Boulevard 4 years ago, the working girls were gone.
As the health department worker came in the front door, a number of females ran out the back.
She blasted the business model.
Sex acts for money.
And declared her disgust.
Human trafficking is the modern-day form of slavery.
Back then, Tina Slocum owned a consignment shop next door. After all the notoriety, Slocum moved her store.
That must not have been good for business when that happened.
No, it was not good for business at all.
Slocum just watched our investigation of 10 Asian massage spas on nearby Kennedy Boulevard in disbelief.
Says, I don't know how did they get away with it.
We discovered 3 spas with histories of prostitution still in business, and a 4th one that recently changed hands.
But why isn't anyone doing anything about it?
The sexy garb Slocum saw in our story was like deja vu.
And they had girls on the back porch in lingerie and young girls.
Brandon Pierpont witnessed the same thing last year when he visited a Kennedy Boulevard spa to buy his girlfriend a pedicure.
I walked in thinking that this would be a nice place.
He walked out and called Tampa police. They busted the spa for prostitution 6 months later.
Makes us look really trashy.
4 years after Chief Castor's high-profile prostitution raid, our investigation now has a lot of people asking questions.
This is serious. You know, it's been going on for too long.
Tampa Council member Guido Maniscalco insists he wants to put a stop to the city's seedy massage parlors.
No, this is an opportunity to remedy something that's very, very wrong here in the city.
The spa business along Kennedy Boulevard is going strong, despite police records that show prostitution busts time and again. We recently talked our way inside one of them as part of our sex trade investigation. On a message board that caters to prostitution clients, one man didn't like that. Channel 8 is ruining the action, he wrote. Another said, I'm steering clear of the Kennedy, Southdale, Mabry Asian massage parlors for a bit. That's just fine with Tampa Council member Guido Maniscalco.
It goes into a temporary duck and cover. They saw the investigation, or they saw the report, and now people are going to lie low.
But some spa customers question what Maniscalco and other council members will now do to crack down on Tampa's health spa sex business. It seems like this is something they can give lip service to, but not actually take action on, writes one customer. He goes on to say, I'm less worried about getting busted than I am the quality of service dropping because the girls are worried about getting busted.
That's a good one.
Council member Mike Suarez insists there's more than lip service in the works.
So there will be action, not just lip service.
Absolutely. On my end, I will call for some type of action. What that is going to look like, I don't know yet.
At least one customer is worried about just that. He writes, this unwanted nuisance visibility could well result in the Tampa City Council being sort of cornered into taking some kind of action.
They're admitting to it in the message boards that there's something going on, some things going on. We are on the right track. This is not a waste of time. So we go from there.